Good morning, dog walkers everywhere. I haven't planned to film this. It's another part of Elveston Castle. We're walking through the graveyard. Sun's out, still a bit cold, a bit breezy. I've had quite a busy weekend playing. Out Saturday, out Sunday, out Monday, out Tuesday. Poor old Marth. There's only Saturday I got unable to go because I was out 4 hours plus. She's alright. She's fine. I've had a blood test taken and saw the results online, so if I was a dog, they'd put me down. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. The usual things. Cholesterol, drinking too much, blah de blah de blah. It's my life now. So, we're in Elveston Churchyard. It's a beautiful day. This is going to be short, I think. I don't know yet. We'll see. Join me anyway, so I hope you're all right, dog walkers everywhere. And, yeah. And it's Wednesday, nearly the end of April. We just start to get a bit of heat in the sun. Saturday I played with the Derby Hospital Band in a church in Belper, and that featured the Dalesman choir, voice choir, thingy bob. Sunday me and Tabby did a little job at the Melbourne Inn, which you've probably seen, which didn't come out very well because of the sound on the camera. Monday I had a rehearsal with the Mighty Cranberry Flick, and last night I played at Risley. Big band. A few nights off now, which is good. So Martha will be pleased. Gonna grab a coffee and tell you more then. I have to say, this is probably, out of all the walks, I think this is one of my favourites. It's just so peaceful. I have half term, and I can't even remember if I've done a video here. I'm not sure if I have. Oh, hello. But Wyatt's is the coffee shop, dog friendly, inside and outside. Oh, outside as well. Dance. What was that? Crafted something or other. It's cheeky. Oh, it wasn't to be. White's is closed for refurbishment, I presume. Let's go and have a look at the door. That's why it's so quiet here. Okay. Closed for refurb. Opens the 25th. Luckily, that's what that coffee van's there for. We'll do that then. That was a moment, nearly then I thought I wasn't going to get any coffee. Yeah, they're refurbishing the cafe. It's a very popular cafe. Very nice cafe as well, but they've had the foresight to hire in a coffee wagon with lots of cakes and things like that, and fairly priced coffee for a large £3. And the Wyatt's coffee place will open again on the 25th, which is what? Friday, Saturday, something like that. So, yeah, so I'm just going to sit down and enjoy this, and we'll walk back. And I was going to do some metal detecting this morning, and I thought, I can't be bothered to hide it in a bag and carry it with poo bags and leads and things like that. So, just a chilled out morning. Come on, chilled out. So, coffee verdict. It's alright. It's alright. £3, it's a bit strong, a bit bitter. She's waiting for a biscuit, so I'll grab that out now. And I had a call. What's that? Another missed call. I had a call. Look it up on my. I've said this already, I don't know. I put my phone on silent at night now because at 3 something or other, a care home called said Dad had a fall, and they rang 111 who recommended they take him into hospital just for check-up caution, and Dad refused, so he's not gone in, and I know he's alright because he won't remember about it, so I will see him later on, check him out, so I'm not particularly worried. But to be honest, what could I have done at 3 o'clock in the morning? Because they're still waiting to decide what to do. Anyway, Martha's found a spot. It's not too hot really with that breeze, so she's not really so hot. Gotta be careful now, as the temperature is going up a little bit. It's very windy today as well. Just had another missed call on my phone. Was at the hospital. Was it the care home, or was it my doctor saying, we need to see you because your blood test results are all over the place? Don't know. Don't care. So on this walk, which was totally unplanned, I'm going to talk about mental health. Why do women, ladies, girls live longer than men? Simple. They talk. Blokes, if they have anything wrong like depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, they don't. They hide it because it's macho. So I'm going to go into, not in depth, but some of the things concerned with that, because I want more men to open up about it. I hope this is recording because I can't see because of the sun. Morning. You alright? Sorry, little fella. Just got you on camera there. There you go. It's a beautiful place. Morning, sir. You alright? Yeah, so my mum had severe mental health problems when I was born. In fact, I only found out a few years ago. I was actually, she couldn't look after me for the first 6 months of my life. She just pushed me away, and my dad brought me up. And little did I know that would have an effect on my life as life went on. So I suffered with insecurities, anxiety, nothing bad. Morning. Nothing bad. Just I was bullied at school. I was geeky. National health classes. That's a we. I'm going to check on that though. I know it's a we. The national health classes and alright. And yeah, I was a perfect target really. So as time went on, my insecurities got worse. In fact, if I was walking to school down Ashbourne Road and anybody was walking towards me, I'd be in a right mess by the time they get there. I didn't know what to do with myself, where to look, how to walk, what sort of stance to take. I didn't. Stupid when I look back now, but nothing I could have done about it. So the mental health didn't really come out until I joined the army, and that was only after I went up the promotion ladder rather quickly, and the pressures and stress and anxiety of being in charge of 30 plus musicians took its toll. And it started very slowly, but started with insomnia, and I mean real bad insomnia. You just nights and nights and nights without sleep, and gradually got worse. Of course, as far as I know, allegedly the army didn't identify with sort of mental health problems if it wasn't battle caused. So I put up with it for 2 years until I got redundancy. By then I was a mess, total mess. I came out of the army. I had about 8 jobs trying to settle down. Some of them lasted only a day. The anxiety got the best of me. I'll go back a little bit. While in the army I did fall in love. I've fallen in love probably twice deeply in my life, and both times ended in disaster. The first time, it was my fault entirely. No good talking about it, because for years after that I suffered badly and wouldn't consider going with anybody else. Look at that, beautiful, isn't it? But then, unbeknown to me and straight out of the blue, I did fall in love again. Totally hit me. Like I'd run into a brick wall and I knew I was in trouble. And because we were in a band together, because she was a lot younger than me, I'd go home. I mean, we'd meet for coffee and have a hug. So yeah, I fell in love and didn't know her feelings at all, really, in a way. But the way she looked at you, you melt. And then one day, we kissed. And for the next 9 years, it was the happiest of my life. I would have, cliche, I would have given my life for her, there's no doubt about that. Help bring up her kids. We just did so much. I had sleep problems still, so I had respect for her if I went on holiday and got an itch. Then we'd probably have separate beds. I mean, the thing is, why keep both awake and then be miserable the next day? So, in my eyes, yeah, okay, that was probably wrong. But I know that when I did sleep together, she didn't sleep and I didn't sleep. And I just respected her. She's under arrest on Marth. So 9 years. I can't say how happy I was. Out of all the years I've been on this earth, they were my happiest. And I never saw anything coming. There was no clues. I'm a pretty switched on guy. You know, ex-army, things like that. Didn't see anything. Then one day, kissed her goodnight. We didn't live together. Kissed her goodnight at the door and drove home. Thought, there's something wrong with that kiss. So I texted and said, is everything alright? And basically the text came back, I've got feelings for somebody else. And that, wow. You might as well have just hit me with a sledgehammer. In fact, I fell to the floor because I just didn't see it coming. So, people think now when I talk about health problems, and it's going up here, it's nice a bit, health problems, and I'm a bit blasé about it. It's not depression, no, it's just an emptiness, a loneliness, flat, nothing. No emotions when it comes to love. I love Marth, I love my dad, but it's totally different to being so much in love with somebody. And I don't care what people say that I'm a wuss or whatever, I don't care. When I love with all my heart. And I loved her. I'll never forgive her, because what she did was cruel and callous. There's two sides to every story. But hey, so even when I was falling in love with her, and I thought this could be wrong, I went to counselling because that was a mess. I missed her so much. We'd rehearse and probably all meet for a coffee, and I'd go home thinking, oh my God, I miss her. And I knew I was in trouble. So I went counselling, and I cried. Oh, said how much I love this girl and what should I do. Counsellors don't really give advice that way, they listen. But it all unfolded very slowly, but it unfolded into a 9-year relationship. Yeah, so that was it. So there's a lot of things I've been through in life that never broke me. Parachuting, whatever, army bullies, but that did and has. And this is why I'm blasé about health problems, because I know Dad's safe. Martha will be looked after if anything happens to me. I've got very, very good friends and they know who they are. Ooh, somebody just shot me. And all's in order. So I was saying I'm coasting in. I just take every day as it comes, yeah. And I know I've got a few things wrong. I know it. And I know I could do something about it, but I don't want to. I heard a story the other day. A friend in the band was telling about a mate of his who was in a long-term relationship and loved her. And in the end he said, let's get a house together. And so they bought a house together. 12 months later, she dumped him. Ah dear. No, I'm not alone. Most of my friends, in fact, I've four good friends, and all of them have been through some sort of relationship trauma. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder what the right way is. It would seem, in my humble opinion, that some relationships last longer if the person's abusive. They go back to him. Oh, I can't live without him. Oh God, I wouldn't dream of raising a hand to a girl. Well, nobody really. someone's attacking me. So there you go. That's my story. I don't know how many blogs I'm going to do. I don't know. But I wanted to get that out there because I want you blokes, if you're listening, to talk more about your feelings. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not. It's... You've got to do it. You've got to open up. Talk. And if you are in suicidal thoughts, whoever's watching this, then there is only one way. Talk. And keep talking. If they're your real friends, they won't be tired of listening to you, and they'll be there for you. Pick up a phone. Call the Samaritans. Talk. It doesn't matter if you ring 10 times a day. They'll listen. And that's what it's all about, downloading. I'm sorry this has been a bit of a down video, but I wanted to get it out there. Look at this place, isn't it beautiful? You can see why I think this is my favourite. It's I'll have to bring the metal detector here sometime, but no doubt I'll get caught. Anyway, I'm just going to show you a few more things for the end of this vlog. I'm sorry about that again, if that is a bit maudulent. But, gents, please, open up and talk. And even on this channel, if there's somebody in trouble, mental health wise or suicidal, reach out and I will talk to you, I promise you. Just met a young lad on a trails bike, very polite, with a wonderful smell of cannabis. Hey, you see, for mental health problems you can get CBD oil. Jury's out on that. I've tried it sometimes before I've got a concert or got to play a solo, but very rarely. What is it? Distinct smell. Oh, another missed call. That was very strange. Phone just rang from the care home and the phone decided it would switch itself off. Apparently, what I did glean was that amazing. What I did glean was that Dad had got a scrape on his shoulder, an arm, and that was it. But I'm going up there now anyway, so I should be there in the next 45 minutes. As I said, this is a beautiful walk. So many places to, and I think I've said this before actually, I don't pay for parking. Why? Because I'm a tight git. I'll show you roughly where I park. It's just in a lay-by really. Look at that bench in the middle of nowhere. Sit there with your girlfriend and then kiss and cuddle and then she'll dump you. Sorry, cynical. That was very strange. Phone just rang from the care home and the phone decided it would switch itself off. Apparently, what I did glean was that amazing. What I did glean was that Dad had got a scrape on his shoulder, an arm, and that was it. But I'm going up there now anyway, so I should be there in the next 45 minutes. As I said, this is a beautiful walk. So many places to, and I think I've said this before actually, I don't pay for parking. Why? Because I'm a tight git. I'll show you roughly where I park. It's just in a lay-by really. Look at that bench in the middle of nowhere. Sit there with your girlfriend and then kiss and cuddle and then she'll dump you. Sorry, cynical. So this walk, about a mile and a half, 2 miles, depending which route you take. I may tell you more about that relationship thing in another video. There's two sides to every story. Anything, the faults on my part, were to do with medication and things like that, so you can work it out. But I addressed the problem. I'm not going to go into it now, but I will do at some later stage, and I will be open about it, because again, sometimes there's a lot of responsibility and stress on a guy. I'm sure, as well as girls, and definitely with different things. But I want to talk about it, basically, so you know you're not alone. She's getting a bit warm now, bless her. Right, heading back. Well, here we have the Golden Gates of Elvaston Castle. Only they're not gold, and they're green. Oh, by the way, the noise is tree cussing. Just giving her a rest. Sadly, his winkies fell off. I know the feeling. I'm going to end this video. Well, the last bit I'll just show you where I parked. Unfortunately, I don't know whether you can hear me. I don't know why they do that. Why do they go rah, 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 rah? I just keep mine on and just do it. Anyway, on a lighter note, thought I'd treat myself the other night, see if I could cheer myself up, and ordered the most expensive box pizza. I won't say from where, but it was top of the range. Got everything on it: crab, olive, tuna, Brussels sprouts, everything. And the guy delivered it. I presume it was a guy, got a crash helmet on. And I opened the box up, and there was no topping on it, nothing. So I got straight on the phone and I rang up and I says, look, you've sent this, it's cost me this much. There's no topping on it. And they said, oh God, I'm so sorry. And they said, we'll send you a voucher through the post. And then I realised that the box was upside down. Okay. Here we have the haunted pond of Elvaston Castle. Haunted by the ghost of Sir Cholmondeley Brackington, who drowned here in 1643, which is just before 5 o'clock. I love this building. There's a plaque, you may not pick it up on this, but it says refuge for the aged and poor. That's me. I don't know, it's still recording. Oh well, you probably got the gleams of the you understood what that lady was saying. There's a funeral coming on. Anyway, this is the main road from Thulston, that end, to Borrowbush, that end. And there on the left hand side there's a big lay-by pull-in, top tip, face towards Thulston, and keep your dog on that side because it's quite tight parking. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. As I say, I'm not ashamed to talk about anything, and here for advice if anybody needs it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye from me. Goodbye from the moth.